have the complete package and perform a quad and do it all when it counts, then it's worth it. But having said that, you have to be the skater who has the whole package and performs it on that day. I mean, the last 2 World Championships were won without it, but they were won by the best skaters, the ones who did both programs completely with no mistakes. So, I mean, the person that does that with the quad will probably win because they have the full package and then they have that extra element. But I mean, the Olympic year is always interesting, so we'll see what people bring to the table.
Hey, Brandon?
Well, I'm going to keep going on the quad story. For me, I guess the quad kind of can put you in a different league, and that's why when you see different guys doing quads, it kind of, and then there's the, the triple axles and whatnot, but I think when you're doing the quad and you're having the whole package, that puts you in a different kind of league and can separate you. So I think kind of the quad is, I mean, if you're going to do it, I mean, it's risky, but I think it's full of rewards. So I think, in the past, we've had American guys doing 3 quads, and now we're asking just for 1. Like, I think the quad is a big thing, and I think we should go for it. I want to see the U.S. at the top, and I mean, I know we can go for just the whole package, but I think if we're trying the quads and landing them, the U.S. can be at the top.
Thanks, Brandon. Next question, please. We'll go to Amy right here in the black, and then we'll go right next to her.
Amy Rosewater with TeamUSA.org. Evan, being here in Chicago, you're from this area. I realize, well, at least I think you're not training for 2016 in the Summer Olympics, but can you feel the Olympic spirit? What would it bring to you, and what kind of feelings would you have if your hometown got the Olympics?
Well, I think it takes spending some time here in Chicago to understand the vibrance and I guess some of the great aspects of this city. And I'm sure most of you have gotten out since you've been here and ate at the restaurants and walked on the streets and seen what a truly incredible city it is. I think people say it's like the New York minus the bad, just all the good stuff. It's clean, it's manageable size. Like, it's just a really, truly great city and a truly great and accurate representative of America, of our country. So for this city to be the host of the Olympic Games, I think would be so well suited. And I mean, I've never been to an event in Chicago that wasn't exceptionally run. So I think that, obviously they would do a great job. It's just kind of up to those votes now that we're hoping our president can get there and tip it in our favor. But to me personally, it would be really special, and I would want to obviously be as involved in the games as possible, being from Chicago myself. So I'm pulling for us, of course.
Thanks, Evan. If we go to Nancy's right next door to Amy, and then we'll come up here in the front next. Right there.
Nancy Armour with the Associated Press. Jeremy, can you talk a little bit about your decision to switch coaches and what went into it? And then for the other 3 of you, there were a lot of switches this year. Did that surprise you, especially coming in an Olympic year, coming before an Olympic year?
Well, the decision for me was very, very difficult. I mean, having been with the coach for 10 years and, having something that worked well. But having gone through last season, I'm still very new to the international scene. I mean, this was my 2nd year on the Grand Prix, my 2nd year at Worlds. I never did the Junior Grand Prix, so this is all still very new to me, and I'm learning as I'm going. And after having gone through last year, I really felt that I needed a change, and I needed to kind of grow up and take control of my life and my skating. And I really feel that I've done that this season, and I'm really excited to see how the rest of it progresses. Yuka's been fantastic. It was an easy transition. The Detroit Skating Club made me feel right at home. They have everything that I need that I was getting back in Colorado Springs, so it's been an incredibly easy transition. And I'm really, really happy with my decision.
Thanks. Brandon, do you want to go next?
Actually, could you repeat the question, please?
Surprised at all the coaching changes.
Oh, surprise. Yes and no. I mean, I'm not really focusing on like who's doing what and who's changing coaches and what their plan is. Really, I'm just kind of focusing on myself, and that's really the name of the game with this season. It was just kind of hard with Jeremy, especially being taken from my coach and being in our rank, and so that was kind of different for me, seeing him go, because he was such a great aspect and good training buddy. But I mean, you know, you have to take your own route, and that's what's going to make you, and that's what makes you happy. But I don't know. I'm still with my coach, so I don't have much to say, but just training hard.
Do you guys have anything to add?
I am a big advocate of making sure you're comfortable in your training situation, and if you're not, then you need to make a change, and this is a very important year for everybody. So you need to make sure you have the best possible team that is completely about your success behind you, because despite the support of your country and the fans and all of this stuff, your team has to treat you like the baby that they're trying to push out into the world. So if you don't have that situation in an Olympic year, you need to find it.
Evan, do you have anything?
I was a little surprised, just to answer your question. Yeah, I think it became kind of like, well, who next? It was like the daily press release of who was changing coaches. So it was a little bit surprising, but I think, like what Johnny said, it's so important to be 100% confident when you're placing your career in someone's hands and letting them guide you. As an individual sport, we like to probably stay in control, and to relinquish that control to someone, you have to have total faith. So I think hopefully all these athletes have found exactly what they're looking for, and that's kind of an important aspect to our sport.
Thank you, guys. So right up here in the very front.
Hi, Vicki Michaelis from USA Today. Evan, you talked about the camera being turned to the men right now in this country. I'm wondering what that means in an Olympic year for all of you, whether that's more pressure, whether that's just an incredible opportunity to draw the attention when the attention is definitely on skating. If all of you could talk about that, that would be great. Thanks.
I guess.
Well, yeah, I think obviously at the World Championships we each had our own individual goals, but above and beyond that we had a team goal of earning 3 spots, the maximum amount of berths for the men's team at the Olympics, and we were very successful in accomplishing that goal, and I think we're excited about it. So now we're looking forward to taking that spotlight that we've now stepped into and, you know, developing some great stories and some triumphant stories for the games. And I think, you know, stemming from a few years ago with Johnny and my competition with each other, people were interested in the men, and I think what it did was pushed other skaters in this country to say, like, hey, wait a minute, I want to be in that group. I don't want it to be between just these two guys. I want to step in there. And so now we have this breed of male skaters in this country that are so strong in the depth of technique, artistic interpretation, just overall strength as skaters in the men's field in the United States right now is without a doubt the strongest it's ever been. Probably every competitor at the U.S. Nationals is doing like triple triples, triple axles, these like extremely grueling technical tricks. So I think we should be proud of ourselves as a whole, all of the men's skaters in the U.S. For just, I guess, establishing the amount of depth that we have, and like Grand Prix final champion, national champion multiple times, world champion. Like, you have titles that usually only one person in a country have those kinds of titles, and now we have multiple people that are holding those.
If you guys don't mind, so we stay on schedule, we're going to go ahead and do the breakout session. And oh yeah, sure, sorry, I didn't realize it was to all 3 of you. Go ahead, Johnny.
I agree with everything Evan said. It's a great time for U.S. men's figure skating, and the thing that I'm hoping to see come out of the success of the American men in the past several years is that we get the respect that we deserve. We get the respect of a real athlete. We aren't thought of as just the boys that are doing the girls' sport. I want people to see how difficult what we do is, and have respect for the titles that we bring home to our country, and how difficult our sport actually is. I want people to be aware of how hard I work, and I don't have a team around me. I don't have pads all over my body. I'm doing this by myself on my own, and I want people to see how difficult that really is.
Go ahead, Jeremy.
I agree with both of them. I think right now the U.S. is certainly a powerhouse in men's skating. And our depth is incredible. You see 4 of us up here vying for 3 spots, but probably down to 8th place at our nationals this year could possibly be on that team. There's incredible depth in our country, and I think it's amazing that the spotlight has kind of turned to us, because like Johnny said, we are athletes. Yes, we wear spandex, and yes, we have rhinestones, but people don't see what we do day to day in our track pants, and in the gym, and falling on our heads and getting concussions and breaking bones, and we are a real sport, and I think it's really cool that people are paying attention and that we have the opportunity to show that.
Thanks. Brandon, go ahead.
The men in tights. Like I said, I think it's a great honor for all of us. I think we've all put in tons of hard work to kind of get that camera to turn to us, and I kind of agree with all of them. We've all put in the effort, and it's an honor to have that. And I think what's great is we all bring something different. And like they're saying, we all have such good titles. There's different things, and then we all bring different styles, which is great for the camera spotlight. And I'm just glad. It's hard. It's true. We put in so much work, and finally for it to be showing, and it's great.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and move into our breakout sessions. Evan, if you can head down that way. Johnny will put you here on the end of the stage. Jeremy right here. And Brandon, we're going to take you down here.